All right, 5 days to the election. We hope you've gotten your PVC and hope you're ready to participate on the 25th of February for the Presidential and National Assembly elections, and of course on the 11th of March for the State House of Assembly elections and the governorship elections in all the states that will be having election. My name is Emmanuel Ujadigili, and I welcome you to today's edition of Spring Trends on Western Spring Television. It's the first day of the week, Monday, or Monday if you like. Well, before we start the trends this morning, I'd like to take you through some communication ethics that you should know about. According to a Twitter user, Dr. Nasiru Dania, PhD, there are some unwritten communication ethics that you must follow. Number one is that you return a call with a call. Number two is return an SMS with SMS. Do not call more than 3 times. Seek permission before calling on videos. Send SMS after 3 unanswered calls. I personally think that is 2. After 2 unanswered calls, send an SMS. Number 6, do not return an SMS with a call or vice versa. Let's move on to number 7. Regularize sending WhatsApp messages more than SMSs. When you divert someone's call, follow that up with SMS. Number 9, seek permission before sharing someone's number to a third party. We need to learn how to do this. Don't give out people's numbers without their permissions. And number 10, send SMS before calling someone that doesn't have your contact. Very important, especially if you're dealing with the elite. You need to send them a text before you call them. And number 11, unless necessary, allow a phone ring unanswered instead of diverting the call. And just be fair and respond as if the person is standing before you. We hope that you take that into consideration and that you allow it guide your use of of your phone. Yes, take that into consideration. Now we'll move over to what's happening in Lagos and Ogun State. I'd like to show you 2 videos. The first one is from Lagos. The second one is from Ogun State. It shows the Nigerian army officers moving into these 2 states to help shore up security ahead of the elections to prevent miscreants and louts and Egberos from taking over the election. Now let's see those 2 videos from Lagos and Ogun.
You can go. Military. Get ready. City boy. This is Ogun State.
Oh, well, you could see the number of trucks and a number of personnel that have been moved into Lagos and Ogun to combat insecurity and to ensure that elections go in Irawa Resai, so that there are no issues right there in Lagos and in Ogun State. But let's see how people have reacted on Twitter. A lot of persons have had things to say about the military moving into Lagos. We begin with Musa Dawa. Musa Dawa says, Nigerian army will deal with Jagaban army decisively if it dares disrupt the forthcoming election. It doesn't pay to ignore warnings, even when they don't make sense. Remember the Jagaban army saga. Peter Obi's feminine voice says, I can't wait to see how Jagaban army will counter Nigerian army. May the best army win. Interesting days ahead. Onyenziamo Obi says, make everybody just respect themselves this weekend and upper week. The Nigerian army is out and ready to reset the heads of people who want to destabilize our dear country. Obinna Prince Odogu says the real Nigerian army has entered Lagos, and now the Jagaban army don't run come off for barracks. Even Mikano soldiers are asking people to vote Labour Party for president. Peter Obi is winning Lagos State with over 50% of the votes. That's some audacious statement there, saying Peter Obi will win in Lagos. Esteem says heavily armed and well-fed officers, very important, well-fed, and men of the Nigerian army have just arrived Ogun State ahead of next weekend's election. Buhari means business, BMB. Now, King Creator says, if you're a thug and a corrupt politician have paid you to disrupt election on Saturday, when you leave your house, just say goodbye to your family because you won't return with life. The Nigerian army will destroy you. This is a very strong warning to anyone who is planning to disrupt Saturday's election. The eyes of the Nigerian army, the Nigerian police, and every other security agency will be on you. Daniel Emeka says, with the type of money the Nigerian army has invested into intelligence, gathering, and modern warfare, plus the determination of Buhari to have a free and fair election, it will be hard for anyone to successfully sustain any chaos during this election. it will be hard. Bello King Khan says, heavily armed officers of the Nigerian Army have just arrived at Ogun State ahead of next weekend's election. 2023 election will be the most militarized election in Nigeria's history. Proactive steps by Buhari due to desperate politicians. Again, Buhari means business. Ewoma Verse says, so incidentally, Jagaban soldiers saw the Nigerian army coming to Lagos and have started circulating a Reuters report that critiqued the Nigerian army. High voter turnout in Lagos is coming. Ajibusu gave us another reason why the Nigerian army was trending on Twitter yesterday. And that other reason was the fact that about 5 sit-at-home enforcers of Simon Ekpa were sent to the abyss by men of the Nigerian army in Onitsha this morning. That's yesterday. The pictures are gory, and that's why I'm not showing them to you. They are Otumokwo. Couldn't save them. I hope others planning to disrupt elections in the southeast learn from these ones. And from the southeast, we move on to north central, and we make birth in Kogi State. Kogi State is where we are at now, at the moment. And this kind Twitter user, 1 vote per head, showed us yesterday that the governor of Kogi State, whose cousin or nephew is currently wanted by, is currently in the FCC net, while his wife Rashida is currently wanted by the EFCC for 3 billion naira fraud. Can you imagine? 3 billion naira. Now, dear official GYB Kogi, where is your conscience? Even the president does not use a 2023 bulletproof Escalade 600. In Kogi State, you will drive 350 kilometers without citing a single school nor healthcare. We must find a way as a nation to reduce the powers of a governor. So, Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello spent millions of naira to buy this car. It's a 2023 model car, and it's bulletproof. Who wants to kill you? Now let's take some close-up pictures of the car. You can see very beautiful Escalade there. Next picture shows you the back view of the car, and of course you have a side view in the very last picture there, coming from Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello spending, of course, what is government money on that exorbitant car. Now let's take a comment on Twitter. Olana takes the first comment here. She's quoting the original tweet. It says, whose conscience? Is it not Kogi people that voted for APC twice? Did they not see the rubbish he did the first time and voted for second term? Since the people are willing fools, they should enjoy the leadership they chose. Person wey no say consequences no dey go do anyhow. Sports Dokita says, Governor Yaya Bello of Kogi State is driving around in a 2023 Escalade bulletproof Jeep. This is a 2023 vehicle bought with government money in a state where government workers are paid half salaries. These are the people shouting up APC and on your mandate. Oluomo of Debbie says, Kogi State is one of the poorest states in Nigeria. Official GYB Kogi is one of the worst governors in Nigeria. The same clown who wanted to be our president. Nigerian politicians like Yaya Bello are only in politics to enrich themselves. They don't care about the masses. And this is very obvious. Anthony Dime says, in the midst of cash crunch, indebtedness, and widespread poverty, unpaid workers' salaries, and gratuities, Kogi people coughed out $600,000 to buy this 2023 bulletproof Escalade 600 for Yaya Bello. Honestly, anyone supporting anything APC is evil. It's coming from Anthony there. Chief Ochendo says, the smartest governor of APC in the person of official GYB Kogi of Kogi State, as he used the little portion of his old 500 and 1,000 naira note to buy 2023 Escalade 600. Even at Muhammadu Buhari doesn't have the car, and Nigerians will think they are fighting for the poor. PO is coming with force. Sheikh Chukudi Ibn Analo says, now 8 years ago, before Yaya Bello became governor, would he have been able to afford buying a 2023 Escalade bulletproof Jeep to be cruising around in Kogi State? See the way the government funds and money belonging to the people of Kogi State is being wasted frivolously. Very sad. Galileo Shakuri says, this is what PO is talking about, wealth without enterprise. This is 2023 bulletproof Escalade SUV worth 230 million naira. In the midst of poverty in Kogi, the accidental governor decided to own this and drives around dirty environment. Very sad. Chief Ikukwoma says, can Yaya Bello be able to afford this car 8 years ago? But look at him lavishing taxpayers' money on 2023 Bulletproof Escalade selling for over $500K, equivalent 375 million naira. Deji Adeyanju won't talk about this because it doesn't have Peter in his name. Dozier says the governor is driving around the 2023 Escalade Bulletproof Jeep he bought with government money in a state where government workers receive half salaries. The same Yaya Bello is crying because of currency redesign. Who is deceiving who? Dr. Aga Gideon says the car is not that costly now, just about 66 million. And Sam White says just 66 million, though the car is above 100 million. Bruv, just 66 million in the face of multi-dimensional poverty. I'll send you 1 million right now if you have up to 1 million naira in your account ASAP. Well, those are the comments on the issue, but let's show you a video of the person who is wanted by the EFCC, Rashida Bello, where she was on camera doling out cash. It's an old video, but I just want to use it to make a point, where she was doling out cash to some members of her staff, including police officers. Oh, well, it seems like mismanaging government funds and spending money frivolously runs in the blood of Kogi Governor Yaya Bello and his wife Rashida. I mean, if you see the expensive cars that this woman drives around, she drives a Maybach. You could go check out how much a Maybach is sold for. Rashida Bello, in that very old video there, doling out cash, her husband buying a car worth over 200 million naira, their cousin withdrawing 3 billion naira from the state coffers. It seems like the Bellos are, I don't want to say they are thieves, but it looks like they like misappropriating funds. And we hope that the long arm of the law does catch up with them. Wherever Rashida is hiding, I hope that security officers get to her and bring her to book. Let her spend 1 or 2 days within the very comfortable confines of EFCC detention. Well, away from Kogi and their mismanagement of government funds and people's funds, we move over to some cheering news on the sports scene. Well, over the weekend, some amazing facts and some amazing records came out from Italy, where one of our very finest footballers, our strikers, Victor Osimhen, plays for Napoli FC, who have now opened up an 18-point lead on the top of the Serie A. Now, let's take a look at what those statistics are. We'll begin with the one from Africa Fact Zone. Says Victor Osimhen reached 100 career goals faster than Cristiano Ronaldo, Didier Drogba, Lionel Messi, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Games taken to reach 100 goals: Osimhen 197, Messi 210, Drogba 236, Ibrahimovic 245, Ronaldo 301. The world's best striker. Credit at SSENGA, SWA Super Eagles. I will take the other one from goal.com. Goal.com says Victor Osimhen reached 100 goals quicker than the GOATs. 197 games. You can see Messi there, 210 games. And of course, Ronaldo, 301 games. Now, let's take reactions to that on Twitter. We begin with, okay, before we take that reaction, I'd like to show you an interview of Victor Osimhen when they just won the Under-20 World Cup. And he said that his role model was Didier Drogba and would like to be like him in the future. Let's take to that, listen to that at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup.
As a striker, who is your role model?
Didier Drogba. Because he's the kind
But you're not as big as him.
of course, yeah, because he's the kind of player I would like to be as a player and as a person. Because if Drogba is playing, you always want to win, and that is the mentality I've always had since from my childhood.
Are you indirectly telling me you want to play for Chelsea?
No, if I'm opportunity to play for Chelsea, it's a great privilege for me because Chelsea is a great club. So I think playing for them.
That interview was with TVC after Nigeria won the FIFA. I didn't think we won it, but he emerged highest goal scorer. I think we won it. Yeah, he emerged highest goal scorer and got the golden boot that you saw on the table there. Now let's take a comment. Okonedi Nyan says Victor Osimhen has scored 17 goals in 16 matches for Napoli. in the Serie A. Diego Maradona scored 16 the last time Napoli won the league. Osimhen doing a madness. Aderonke Adeshola Olori Sport says, Omoaside hot for Victor Olusegun Osimhen. No time, goal week in, week out. Tag him a Monday to celebrate our own. And Puja says, Osimhen has grown that his aggression is now channeled to his game and personal development. I could see some tackles and calls in this game that before Osimhen would shout at the ref, collect unnecessary cards, and engage in untidy tackles. More than his goals, he's learning more. And Khalid gives credence to that, says, we are glad to see Osimhen stepping up his game and becoming more focused and aggressive. His goals are amazing, but we are especially impressed with the progress he's making in other areas of his games too. And Napoli was just telling us last week, the official Napoli page, saying that Victor Osimhen is the Serie A Player of the Month for January. He also won Goal of the Month for January. Now let's go to Damilola Alagbe. Says Saka has 17 goals plus assists, but Marcus Rashford is supposedly having the best season of his life. Then there is Victor Osimhen with 21 goals plus assists, 18 goals, 3 assists. Who is even in the conversation? Media bias. Victor Osimhen is the best player in the world right now. Statman Dave says most combined Serie A goals and assists this season: Victor Osimhen 21, Vicha Varasheklia 19, Ademola Lookman 16. Can't stop, won't stop. So our Super Eagles says since 1994-95, when a win started to count for 3 points in Serie A, only one Napoli player has scored in 7 consecutive league games. His name, Victor Osimhen. Ayolu Ibidapo says 100 career goals for incoming Serie A goal king at Victor Osimhen. Total 100 goals, 31 appearances in 197 games, 151 start. For Super Eagles, 15 goals, 8 assists in 22 international caps with 18 starts. For clubs, 85 goals, 23 assists in 175 goals, 133 starts. Osimhen joins the 100 club. And we end this comment with CNN Football asking, he's scoring goals for fun this season and reaching career milestones faster than Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. Is Victor Osimhen the world's best striker at the moment? You can answer that question for us. Now we move over back to Kogi State, where a member of the House of Assembly representing Ikeja in the National Assembly has just gotten the form to run for governor in Kogi State. I wonder how these things happen. I wonder how they work. Somebody is a lawmaker representing a constituency in a different state. When he finishes his term, he gets a ticket to run for governor in another state. It has happened. It keeps happening. And even Aregbesola was a commissioner in Lagos and became governor in Osun State. And now this person is a lawmaker that has represented a constituency of Lagos. He's currently representing them. And now he's gotten the form. So let's see. Honorable James Abiodun Falike rather, made a statement yesterday. It says, good evening all. I got information while I was in Borno rally today as to the collection of APC governorship form on my behalf by some of my friends in the state. It is always on their behalf. They will never agree that they were the ones who bought the forms. But now he says, while I thank them for their gesture and good intentions, I wish to state that what is before us all in the country now is the presidential election, which is a burning issue and of which I'm deeply involved like all others. I therefore wish to say that all issues relating to the Kogi election coming up in November 2023 should be kept out and not distract us from the main agenda of the coming elections, which is very paramount. Right Honorable James Abiodun Falike says, finally, I wish to express my sincere appreciation to the people of the state. Signed, James Falike. Let's quickly take some of the comments there. Hama Ayatu says, Abiodun Falike is the APC PCC secretary. He's going to contest as governor of Kogi State. Should Tinubu win next week, even if no one votes him, Falike will be declared winner with presidential powers. Will Kogi people or even Yaya Bello gamble on a Tinubu that will haunt him? Good question. Ahmed says Yaya Bello has gotten this memo already. He's negotiating with the PDP. The last negotiations didn't go well due to his conditions, but hopefully he would meet with RU this week and plans will be concluded. Solomon Akbenja says, I expect PDP to win Kogi. Kogi Central, Governor Bello's home. Nashasha Poti is doing very well. Karaku, who helped Bello manufacture 112k votes from Okene, then the 2019 election, has left him back to PDP. In Kogi West, a combination of Dino, TJ, and Ogbeya etc. would pull in good votes. Entropy says if Tinubu should win this election, nothing on this earth will stop Honorable James Faleke from becoming the governor of Kogi. Real One says James Faleke versus White Lion. I love this game. Don't we all love the game of politics? King Ike says, so when you finish your term as legislator in Lagos, you move to Kogi as governor. Do we have a law in this country, or the country is just for the few? Very good question. And it is on that note that we end the show this morning. We've been bringing you stories around politics and sport happening in Nigeria on Spring Trends on Western Spring Television. My name is Emmanuel Ujadigele, EM Ujadigele on Twitter. You can follow me and tag me to your tweet on Facebook, Emmanuel Ujadigele. Mention me on your stories and we'll bring them here on the show. You can also follow the station on all our social media handles, Western Spring Television on Facebook and Instagram, and on Twitter at WSTV_NG. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us and follow all our live programs. Before I leave, or after I leave, I'm going to show you something that you never knew, that I did not also know, but could be very helpful for you going forward in the future. Here's a Did You Know video for you to start your Monday and to have a very wonderful weekend.
Here's something I didn't know until I was in my 30s. The back of the hammer can hold the nail for the first swing.
Nail head, back of hammer, wedge?